Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Advance, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, all hell is broken loose here today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So let's get into today's show here, okay? This has been a great... Oh Lord, this has been a crazy week, and I just got to say, I need to say that this is hilarious, because what I think we're witnessing is the end of LeBron's tenure in time with the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's gonna go out in a bang, man. You know, LeBron has been with the Lakers for 7 years. This would be his 8th season if he plays this season, and up to a certain point, he really had a lot of sway over the organization. I think things really started to kind of fall apart after that Russell Westbrook decision. It was supposed to be DeMar DeRozan, but instead, the organization listened to the recommendations of LeBron and these guys, and they went for Westbrook, and that was a total disaster. A lot of people said it after that point, he lost a lot of ground with the organization. But then they ended up drafting his son, Bronny, which was for 100% sure a favor to him. So everybody thought things were all in, well, everything was good. But then something happened. They went out there and made the bombshell move to get Luka Doncic. And that single move signaled the end of essentially LeBron's time with the Lakers in terms of him being the number one priority. So everything is going on this week after he made the no rings comments. And then all of a sudden his agent goes out there. Rich Paul speaks to Sham, talking about, we want to win his 5th ring and this and this and that. He understands that the Lakers are building for the future, but LeBron also wants to win now and all of these different things, right? So while all of that's being said, we're like, okay, you just picked up the last remaining money on the table, but you're talking about you want to win a championship now. And you want the Lakers to go into the luxury tax to take a hit. And they're supposed to be doing that and building around a star with a younger star, and then another star who's 41 years old. That makes no sense. That's essentially the Lakers saying, bro, look, if you're going to take all that money on the table, you're essentially saying that you're done winning, because we're not going to go deep into the luxury tax for you, knowing damn well that it makes no bloody financial sense to make that type of investment around a 40-year-old player. You do that for a guy in his mid, late 20s, early 30s, but a 40-year-old player, that makes absolutely no sense. So LeBron has been doing all of that. Now, one of the biggest LeBron supporters in sports media, without a doubt, there are a lot of them, but one of them is Colin Cowherd. I remember Colin going back to panels with Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley, Chris Broussard, or Steven Jackson, where he was even trying to suggest that LeBron is having a greater impact than Michael Jordan. He's been a really big LeBron James supporter, but even he is beginning to sour on LeBron. And I think this particular stunt that him and his agent, Rich Paul, are trying to pull is something where Colin Cowherd just said, okay, enough is enough. So I tuned into a segment on his show where he's discussing this. And as he's discussing the situation that's going down with the Lakers, he then invokes Michael Jordan and starts talking about why Michael Jordan is loved and this and this and this, how Jordan is still the biggest thing the NBA has ever seen. And I'm like, not only is he adding insult to injury or whatever it is, he's even now invoking Michael Jordan into the situation. I'm like, bro, this thing is just going for, it's just literally sliding down the hill at this point. So for those of you who didn't hear what Colin had to say, I want to play for you now, and I'm going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to Colin Cowherd here.
A lot to talk about. So listen, I have been overwhelmingly a LeBron defender my entire career. But there are a couple of things recently that he's done that give his critics, and there's a lot of them, MJ's always been more popular. That's not even disputable. And I would say about 75 to 80% of the people think MJ's the GOAT, not LeBron. But he's done something recently. I saw yesterday where he picked up his $52.6 million Laker option. And in the press release, well, LeBron wants to win titles. Well, then you can't pick up the option. You can't play for $52 million. It's a hard cap now. No owner's going to blow through it. So first of all, he got into that silly ring debate about 2 weeks ago where he talked about something that he didn't truly believe, which is the ring culture. It's overemphasized. And then a piece of video emerged of LeBron saying after he won in Cleveland, hey, that ring, I think, make me the greatest of all time. Well, I thought the ring culture is overemphasized. Rings matter to everybody, including LeBron, and he knows it. But he's not as popular as MJ. The numbers we remember about Michael are 6 for 6, and Michael is considered the GOAT by a lot of people, including some notable people like a Phil Jackson. And that's just the reality of it. Okay, it is. And Michael's much more popular. His shoes still leading sellers. They're like collector's items, and they still sell. And so the reality is that debate was silly. It was projection. And then the second thing is, LeBron's always been, hey, I'm about winning, which I've always argued. He plays winning basketball. He elevates teammates. He's like a more athletic Magic Johnson. But then when you do this, knowing the Lakers need at least 2 centers, 2, that's what Oklahoma City has. That's what the Knicks have. That's what, the better teams in the league. They've got a couple of bigs. By the way, Denver drafted a big. He got hurt, but they'll have 2 next year. Like, you've got to have bigs. And the Lakers have 1, and the coach, J.J. Redick, doesn't want to play him. So they need 2 centers. Dorian Finney-Smith is opting out. They need 2 wing defenders then. And you can't do it if you're taking maxes, because they got to pay Luka this summer. And Austin Reeves just declined money, and they tell everybody they love Austin Reeves. And so you're going to have to pay LeBron, and he's opting in for $52.6 million. So, again, what is it? Are you about winning? Because I've seen Ohtani take pay cuts, and Josh Allen and Tom Brady and Tim Duncan and Jalen Brunson. That's about winning. Tom did it for winning. He was the best quarterback in the world, and he kept taking pay cuts. So you're going to have to pay Luka, and I'm told you're going to pay eventually Austin Reeves. So if LeBron is opted in, it's not a championship team. Okay, and I've seen the great ones. I mean, LeBron now, and I don't envy it. There's no animosity. I don't think anybody holds it against LeBron that he's a billionaire. We don't care. There's billionaires everywhere. Everything we buy at Amazon, run by a billionaire who just got married in Venice, and Venice is mad. But, most Americans, we're capitalists. We're good with it. That's not it. But when you're telling me ring culture doesn't matter and you're telling me winning, it's all about winning. No, it's not. You just watched OKC in Indiana that had like 8 deep rotations that played 8 or 9 guys. The Lakers don't even trust their starting center. J.J. Redick doesn't. LeBron's getting older. Luka is hopefully in shape. They're going to have to pay Austin Reeves. I'm told they love him. So you're giving your critics cannon fodder to criticize you. And for years, I've always been, LeBron's about winning. Nah, Brady was about winning. Duncan was about winning. Josh Allen's about winning. Ohtani's about winning. That's what Jalen Brunson's about winning. That's what truly matters to them. I don't feel like they're projecting. They're actionable on not taking the maximum available. So I'm just saying, just be of your word. Do rings matter? Of course they do. And does money matter more than winning at this point? Absolutely, yes, it does. By the way, Kobe Bryant wanted every penny to the end, but he was honest about it. He was authentic about it. He was totally upfront about it. There's multiple quotes about it. Just be honest with us.
So you heard what Colin had to say there. What are my thoughts about this, folks? They're jumping ship. Okay, LeBron is on his way out. And LeBron is going through what every great player goes through. When you're at the top of the game, everybody's kissing your butt. But now when you're on the way out and there's a younger guy in town like Luka Doncic, people begin to really kind of let loose because there are no ramifications for it, right? There's no real backlash to all this because LeBron is on his way out. And I think it seems to be like a jolt to the system, not only to LeBron and his camp, but I also think to his fans, because let's just keep it honest. The media has twerked it up heavily for LeBron and these guys over the last 10 years. I mean, the level of twerkation has just been criminal. Absolutely criminal. They've been up there rubbing honey all over each other's booties, hollering and screaming, twerking it up all over the floor, shaking, once flying in the air like a scene out of Belly, all kind of craziness. So for them to see this happening, it's like, really? This is happening to LeBron? That's generally how it works. LeBron has fulfilled his duties for the NBA. He's been the face and all of that, but now they're moving on. And the Lakers seem to be moving on, and the Lakers did not even budge. But when you have people like Colin Cowherd, who has been a staunch LeBron supporter, coming out here and saying these things, folks, the writing is on the wall. It's over. it's over, folks. It's absolutely over. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about Colin's position on this situation? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section. We catch you on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.